I'm Reprops, and today I'm making a Soundwave cassette player Bluetooth speaker. First thing I did was draw and Dremel out the details that are on Soundwave's chest. This is just going to be a box with a Bluetooth speaker in it, so I cut all the pieces out and then I attached them together using some scrap wood to hold it in place while I glued and nailed it together. I used 1/2-inch nails to secure all of the side panels into place, just using one nail per side. I glued on some pieces around the cassette reader area to give some depth to it and so that it can fit in a cassette. I cut a hole for the button of the Bluetooth speaker, cutting it a little long. Cut a piece of plastic to extend the button on the Bluetooth speaker, and I just super glued that on. I taped all of the components into place so that I can remove them if I need to. I used some thin cardboard to make the speaker panels, which are slightly raised up from the body. I also cut the silver trim and glued that on as well. I glued some more strips of cardboard onto all of the sides to make the paneling extend onto them. For the speakers, I cut a little notch out of them to give them the depth they needed. I made the cassette ejection button out of some cardboard, which I bent up into a rectangular shape and then glued together. I made all of the buttons in the center out of cardboard, just cutting them to the shape they needed to be. I cut some clear plastic to make the visor, just adding a bend in it so that it will be able to open and close. I then cut a piece of cardboard to cover up the edges of the visor and glued on a piece of tin so that it will be able to be magnetic. I painted the whole thing in a couple layers of house paint just to fill in all of the cracks and to seal it up. I then painted the whole thing in a gloss blue and painted all of the gold parts gold. I hand brushed on all of the chrome with some chrome paint from a chrome marker, and then I used some spray paint to paint on the gold details on the stripes. I assembled the screen, gluing on the gold cover with some super glue, and then I glued on the golden dash part and then the Decepticon symbol, which I just printed out on paper and cut it to the shape that it needed to be. I glued on the screen with some dots of super glue and just let it sit on there for a little bit to dry. And overall, I think this turned out really good. The chrome looks really nice, and the speaker works really well. If you want to see more of my videos, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.